Hey y'all, hey, I'm Ashley, and this is for Dizzy Birds. On this channel, we use a zero-based budget, cash stuffing, and savings challenges that actually make saving fun. In today's video, we've got a lot to take care of. We've got our first mini Monday of the new year. We've got some new challenges coming in that I'm going to share with you. So we've got a lot to do. So grab your favorite drink, your favorite snack, and let's get. I hope your week is getting started off wonderfully. It is the first day back to work for me after sort of a long Christmas break. So I'm sure, seeing as how I'm filming ahead of schedule, and I can only imagine what my Monday has in store for me. I'm sure I am back to the grindstone, lots to do, lots of 2026 goals at work. So I'm excited to be back, and I hope you are excited for the start of the year. I hope it's going great so far. If you caught my last video, you would have seen my 2026 goals. I would introduce you to some of our new challenges that we're going to be implementing into the channel, and some information about our memberships. But in case you didn't, I wanted to start out by showing you just a couple of things that I have available to you all. First up, I actually put these in the shop originally last year. They sold out very quickly, so I decided to restock them. We call them Toothy. There's two options here. So these are restocked and back in the Etsy shop if you're interested in getting them. I know a lot of us are saving for braces and just dental care in general. It seems to be a all the time thing for our household. But bracing myself in my bank account saves you 75, and the Toothy one saves you 125. Like all of my other challenges, these physical challenges are double-sided and laminated on 5 mil. So if you're interested in grabbing those, they did sell out, but they are restocked now. But I don't have a whole bunch. So if you're interested in getting them, you might want to go grab those now. But I wanted to let you know those were back in there. Also, and to let you know, I put a freebie in the Ko-fi shop for as a New Year freebie. It's got this Scandinavian winter feel to it, and everybody always seems to need tinies. I know I always need tinies, so I made a set of tinies for you guys. So if you don't already have this, go grab this from the Ko-fi shop if you are saving tinies. I wanted to give that to you. So Happy New Year. I'll play with those probably as well. All right, up next, just in case you didn't catch my video, I wanted to do a quick introduction to my memberships on Ko-fi. I've got several members already, and thank you to each of you already. But I wanted to make sure, in case you didn't know, I do offer them. I have two membership tiers. One is the Prologue, and the Prologue is a digital-only option, and it gives you access to all of the member-only freebie printables in my shop. And to give you an idea of what that looks like, each month I release several printable freebies for my members. First, every month there is this bundle page here that has kind of the month theme going. So this one, January, and it comes with 2 minis and 2 tinies. So when you download this as a member, it comes on one page just like this, and I do this every month, and it releases on the first day of the month. So Prologue members, actually all members, have access to this. But also I promised my members that I would upload at least 5 freebies each month for my members, and of course I can't do anything just basic. I have to do extra, so I usually do release more than 5. For example, January minis or January freebies here, I have Happy 2026, Happy New Year 2026. It saves 40. My hair is a mess to match my life. It's kind of a mystery save. I've got my little boxy, or my bookish fox. He's $24 saved. I've got my self-care kitty here. It's a mystery save. I've got my studious owl, my winter studious owl. He saves you 30. And our hot cocoa penguin saves you 35. And then one to get us ready for Valentine's, Be My Valentine, saves you 20. So these are all examples of the freebies that released on January 1 to my shop. And if you are a member of at least the Prologue tier, you have access to these and previous printables that released. Now, I do eventually have to take the member only and put them on the paid option because the shop's just getting too full. So if you are thinking of becoming a member, you might want to do that now. Download what's in there because I will be moving some of those to a paid option, but I always leave at least 2 months worth of member freebies in there. So the Prologue membership is $6 and gives you access to everything that's digital and member only in my shop. And then my second tier, if you are a fan of physicals and want something sent to you, if you are a member of the bestseller tier, you get everything that the Prologue has, so all the access to the digital downloads, but then you also get a package and basically an envelope mailed to you each month. And I do have to limit this to my US customers. It's just shipping's too difficult and changes the price for international. But if you're an international and you're interested in being bestseller, just shoot me a message. I can also send you digitals of these things. But in that package, you get a thank you card from me for each month. And on the back side, it has a little bonus save on the back. And it has 2 physical printed. They're usually the same size. So I have A5 and a 4x4. They are double-sided and laminated in the 5 mil like everything else that I have. So this is January's membership. So because it is shipped out in the middle of January, I like to send out the challenges that will be used the next month. So these would be Valentine's themed or February themed. This one says Hey Sugar, and it has the rose gold stickers on it, the scratch off stickers, and this one saves you $60. And the 4x4 saves you $30. You're just my type. So these are the Valentine's themed ones that will go out at the begin or at the middle of January. So there you go. You have 3 right there. And then starting this year, so this is new to the memberships, I want to start including my love of reading into my memberships. And so one of the things I am creating is a special edition bookmark that will save you between $15 and $20. It's a mystery save and it'll be themed for the month. It's already got holes punched in it, so you can do put this in your A6 binders, but also makes a really great and beautiful bookmark. So I'm going to make these special for my members. There will not be any other way for you to get these special edition ones. So all of this comes in the bestseller package. I usually throw in just maybe a tiny little freebie on top of that, but that's always up to me at the time of shipping. If you want to be a bestseller member, the price is $12 monthly, and you have to sign up by the 15th of the month. So for instance, for January, if you sign up before January 15th, so between December 16th and January 15th, you'll get on the list to go to have these sent out. And then if you're after January 15th, so January 16th, you will be on the February mailing. Anyways, I wanted to make sure you all knew that we had that. That's on the Ko-fi shop. I will have that link down below. I work really hard to make sure my members get a lot for their investment on that. So I just wanted to share that with you. And now that I am done sharing those new products, I can get into what we normally do on Mini Mondays, which is first we take a quick look at our budgeting for the week, and then we get going on the binders. So as always, here's our page that we have all of our savings on. This is after we've done our variable and our fixed expenses and what we have left. So we always save a little bit towards our camper payment and our storage. That just helps to make sure at the end of the month that's not such a huge amount. And after that, we had $170 left over to put towards savings challenges. Now, we already took care of our Survivor challenge, which was on our video for our 2026 goals. Go check that out if you haven't. It is going to be an awesome collab. We started our very first game. It's super fun. Lots of funness happening there, and it's going to be going for 36 weeks, so you might want to play along. Go check that out. But we've already put our $5 towards that. And then we have our month ahead binder. We're going to put our typical $30 towards that. Our minis are getting their typical $60. Tinies are getting their $30. I had a wonderful viewer that helped me figure out what was going on with my s'mores binder. I didn't do anything wrong. We just only lacked $4. So instead of the normal 15, we're only bringing 4 to finish out that, and we're going to clean it out and then get it started back up next week. I have a new one, the 2026 box, which I will show you. We have $30 to set aside for that. And we have another new one, the 2026 Tinies binder, and we have $11 to put towards that. All of that adds up to $170. In today's video, we will do our month ahead binder, our minis, and our 2026 box, and everything else will show up on our Tiny Tuesdays video. Okay, so we've got lots to do. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, so up first, I want to share with you the new 2026, Save 2026 and 2026. This one is my version of it. I printed it for myself. It was kind of the draft. I was testing out the product. This product is in my shop, both my Etsy and my Ko-fi, as a printable. So it's going to be a little bit different than what you see here. It prints as A6 size, and each month has 2 challenges. One is the main challenge and then the boost on the back. It's going to come with the dashboard and the tracker. So if you're interested in getting that, you might want to go grab that. You can play along throughout the year. But ultimately, throughout this, you're going to save at least $2,026. And then you have those bonuses on the back that you have an option to save more however you want. So it does come with a tracker, so you can keep track of not only the amount that is normally saved for that month, but also how much you save for the bonus that month. Okay, so we are going to use some of our minis and tinies to help fund this because this is a larger save. It's definitely going to go towards debt or emergency fund. We haven't fully decided, but we're going to go ahead and get started this week with our $30 set aside for January. All right, we're going to color this in. That's not the color I want. I want this color. You got to be matchy, you know. All right, so $30 going in. Now, when I printed mine, like I said, I was testing out the product and seeing how I wanted to make it. So it's just my version, no reason to waste it, but I did make it into these envelopes. So each month is going to have an envelope. We have our $30 going in there. And we're going to have to set aside either enough to save with next week, and that's going to start to get a little bit more difficult as the amounts go up. You can see the amounts are a little bit different, some similar to the month before, but ultimately they're in the same general range. So do what works for you. Don't have to do it in order. I'm going to try my hardest to do it in order, but if we have some weeks where we don't have enough, we might have to skip to another month. We're just going to have to make it work. But it is a bigger save, definitely. So if you're interested in doing that and playing along for the year, grab that in the shop. There's our 2026, our very first saving for 2026 is now in the book. All right. Up next is our month ahead binder, everybody's favorite, mine too. I got another viewer that had a wonderful suggestion. As we are starting to fully fund our month ahead binder, we're seeing a lot of these. The numbers are starting to get higher. So we're changing how we're putting the money in, but I do want to explain it in case you're new to the channel. This is our month ahead binder. It uses a snowball format to help you fund however many bills you want to put in here. I do have this product in my shop as well. It's a printable option and has lots of options for you to put in the categories that you want to. Comes with the dashboard. Now, we have fully funded several categories, and we've been working on this for a while. So each one has the amount, the goal that we want, and the number per icon. And once we fully fund it, we put the fully funded slip. So we have funded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 categories out of the 10. So what would normally happen is we would bring our $30 and each of the 10 envelopes gets $3. But once an envelope is fully funded, that $3 carries over to the next envelope. Well, when we look at it this way, that means this first envelope and only this envelope is going to get $21, which is going to be different than the rest of the envelopes in the binder. So we're going to add our $21 here. Thank you to the viewer that suggested going ahead and doing the larger amount. That way I don't have to condense that down. Let's see if I can condense even further. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so I can't condense that down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. But I can do that. All right, so in the city of OK, oh no, this is the electricity. Sorry, I was confusing myself. In the electricity category, we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 6, 7, and 78. We have $78 of the overall 180. That is our goal. Okay, so we're gonna look. I'm gonna get my calculator here. 180. Each one is 9. So we have 78 divided by 9. 78 divided by 9 means we should have 8 and some change. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do get to color 2 in today. That is always exciting. So this one will move a little faster than the others because it's getting all that snowball amount and any boost that we get at the end of the month. Okay, so we are getting quite close to halfway on electricity. Now, the rest of the envelopes in the binder get 3. So we've got our $3 here. We'll grab ours out and see how much we have. And in the rest of the envelopes, we should have 20, 40, 50, 52, 54, 55, 56, and 57. 40, 50, 52, 54, 55, 56, and 57. Okay, if we have 57 divided by 9 means we should have 6 colored in, so we are not going to color in another icon just yet on that one. But that's okay. We can't always color every week because our icons are worth more than the amount that we're putting in each week. Okay, storage has got a goal of 200. So we're going to take our 3 that we normally put in. 20, 40, 50, 52, 54, 55, 56, 57. So good. We are right on track with 57, each icon being 10. We should have 5 colored in, so we are not going to color in one today. For storage, that is for our camper. That's how we storage our camper. And then our big ugly one is the cell phone bill. It's $360 is the goal on that one. And let's make sure we have our 57, 20, 40, 52, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 57. I can't do the math on that one. Sorry. My brain just says we should have 3, so we didn't color any more in. So we are down to working on only 4 categories. And we're going to see these categories snowball faster because this one's getting the 21 each week and the rest are getting the 3. And then once this 21 is done, the next one will get, that means that this envelope will get 24. So that's very exciting because that will start making that go a lot faster, and then we will hit the last 3 categories. So month ahead is always a lot of fun. The only other way we put money in this is at the end of the month when our minis and tinies that have been allocated to it gives it a boost. So we always look forward to the end of the month. All right. So now let's do our minis. This one is our final thing for this video. I got new dashboards out for these guys. We've got new categories. You might notice the little images are similar to the tinies that I released. So got those going with a nice Scandinavian winter theme. I don't know, that was speaking to me this year. I don't have these dashboards in my shop. Let me know if you'd be interested in them. They're really simple. It doesn't take that long for me to make them, but I'm willing to share if you guys are interested in them. But let's see what categories we have for our minis this week. We have, I'm making sure we're in screen here. So we have self-care in spot number 1. Eating out is always going to be a category. In 2, we have our 2026 challenge, which is the binder that we did first thing. Month ahead, there's our boost for our month ahead binder. We have little birds, which is for the boys. Celebrations is another binder that you're going to be introduced to soon, but that's basically saving for birthdays. Our debt, which we always have one there, and then our buffer, which is new to our minis binder lately. Okay, so we're going to move this over here. Now we have our money. Get out our buy back fives. Now you might notice I'm using prop dollars. If you're new to my channel, I use prop dollars. All of the money that you see here is representing money that is already put into a saving bucket in my bank account. So I have an actual bucket where I put all the amounts, so that $170 goes into the saving challenge bucket in the bank until the challenges are completed, and then I allocate them out, and then I just move them. So every dollar that you see here, every prop dollar represents an actual amount in the bank. Okay, so we have our share the love twos. We're going to set these aside. That's when we give everybody a little bit of love, no matter what the dice decides. And then we're going to mix in our 2 spicy fives like we normally do. We're going to even shift it around even more just to make it more random. Okay. All right. So what we have here is a total of $60, including the share the love twos. We're going to go ahead and put a 2 on each category just to make sure that no matter how mean the dice are, everybody gets a little progress. And these are all brand new challenges, so we definitely need that. We finished out our minis for the month of December and the year with completing these out. Okay, so we need now our 4-sided dice and our 8-sided dice. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. We got pink going this week. So what we're going to do now, we have all of our bills. We're going to see where it says to go. We're going to spot number 6, and it's going to get 2 bills to start out. I realize I haven't really had a chance to chat with you guys about how my Christmas went. As you may know, my family hosted my group. Hope I didn't mess that up. Spot number 8 is getting 4. So we hosted my family Christmas this year. It's always a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it, especially the game night. We do have a pretty raucous game night. Means a lot to me to be able to do that. We do it every other year. I rotate with my mom. So this was my year, and as a result, though we had a great time, it was even more expensive than I expected it to be, but that's okay. I do not mind doing that at all. But we did end up spending a little more than we had originally planned. Things are just gone up, and no matter how much I seem to try to plan for them, it doesn't. It seems to always still be a surprise. So, anyways, we had a great time. We all, the family all stayed over, and we're in spot number 3. See, we're having some balance issues here, and we've got some that are getting a lot of love and some that are getting none. All right, 7 is getting 1. We have none for 2, for 4, or for 5 yet. But everyone had a great time, I think. Definitely enjoy doing that, and I'm glad I don't have to do it every year because it is a lot of work. Okay, so spot number 3, I cannot see, is getting 1. Let's switch out this dice. All right, spot number 2. See, sometimes the dice just be a pain. Okay, that's spot number 6, and it's getting 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're down to our last bills here. If I was nicer or more worried about it, 6 is getting 4 again, so we're just going to give it. There we go. All right, so you see why we do the share the love twos, because sometimes the dice be mean. It's just mean, and we want to make sure everybody gets to have a little progress every week. Now, if we have any in here that got more than they needed and finished in the first week, we will create a buffer and share the love that way, because it's our rules and we can do what we want. But yeah, we had a great holiday. It was just a lot of work, a lot of cooking. I enjoyed that very much, but it is very tiring. So I'm very glad I got several days off of work to focus on the business. And I have been focusing on 4 Dizzy Birds. I've been doing a lot of preparation to get us to where we are today. and also some creation for my members, kind of get ahead on that, so that the first of the year will be a little less chaotic, and that make sure my members are all taken care of. So I am grateful for the few days off. The boys got wonderful gifts. They had a great time and they got to really relax. Finn's back to school today too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and $11 for the buffer category. Let's see, what do we have in here? Woo! Okay, so this is from the Dramatic Panda. I'll get over it. I just need to be dramatic first. Now, a lot of these I've found from that I have saved from year before or even longer. I just want to make sure I use these. So some of these might be older. So we'll go ahead and get these going. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and we will have one extra to help us out next week. So we will do that. 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's a buyback 5 right there. Oh, and another buyback 5. Come on, Ashley. You know better. Okay, so that one will be in the front so that we will know that we haven't applied it yet. And like I said, this one's going to buffer. We need an overspending buffer, for example, like what happened with Christmas. And we're going to start working on getting a small one, just usually for groceries. It's usually groceries where we overspend. But we want to get that going as well. It doesn't have to be huge. Okay, $4 next for debt. If you saw my goal video earlier this weekend, you would know that that is still one of our main goals. We are focusing on the paying for the Affirm and the Klarna debt first. And so we're going to be making smaller payments towards those things as they come up. But that's definitely step number 1. Now, this one I found in my little stash. This one comes from KathyBudgets, and I'm not sure that she's still filming. I would have to double check that, but I thought this one's too cute and I could not use it, so we are using it. All right. So, I'm going to grab this other 2 and make that a 4. I like to hold on to my ones. We run out of them very quick with all these tinies and minis. Okay, so $4 getting KathyBudgets started for debt. That one will save us $40 overall. So that will be a good debt payment. All right, celebrations, which is a binder you haven't seen yet, but you will. Unless you saw my 2026 goals video, you might have seen it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Another 11. It's definitely going to be a new addition. All right. Cheers 2026. Well, I love that. This one's one of mine. We're going for 11, so let's try to get some of these bigger ones knocked out. 4 plus 3 is 7, and 8, 9, and 10 for this 3, and we'll do a 1 here, and then we will just make our boxes a 1. All right, so we have $11 going in here. 2, 3, right there. There's a 5 and another 5 right there. So total of $11 going into our celebrations fund, which will help us fund our celebrations binder. And that will be coming out very soon. We just have to get a little head start on the savings. Okay, so Little Birds was one of the categories that didn't get much love, and thankfully we gave it this, but it's going to get one from Bookish Mama Budgets, and these cute little sharks eating goldfish. It's going to save us a total of $36. I'm going to color these in the right way because they're just too cute. I've had this one in my stash as well. I love going through my stash. I can't believe how many I have in there, y'all. There's no reason to ever pay for challenges, really, because there's so many wonderful freebies. These creators are so creative and so generous in their giving that if you really want to, you can do this without spending any money whatsoever, except maybe for the paper and the printing. But $2 going in for Little Birds, which is kind of a sad start. Poor Little Birds. All right, month ahead, another one that we don't like to see get shorted. Got a Share the Love 2. This one comes from me. New Year, still avoiding adulthood. And we just need to give that one a 2. So we'll just pick this first one up here. $2. Starting out, this will save us 30 overall. What a great boost to the month ahead binder that will be if we can get this one done. All right. Okay, up next, I think this one was no, I'm not sure which one hogged all the money. Let's get this one organized. I see a spicy 5. Oh, I see 2. Yeah, this one did hog all the money. 2 spicy 5s. All right. The 2026 challenge, and you remember that's the blue binder that has the big numbers, so we definitely do need help with that. 5, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. $19. Let's see, what do we have in here? Ooh, budgeting with a ginger, 2026, New Year, same silly goose. Let's see. I already forgot how much. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. $19. There's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 24. Okay, we'll keep this as one because that will get to keep it around for one more week, maybe, or longer, depending on how the dice land. But we're gonna go ahead and color in 19 of these little guys. This one is such a cute little freebie that I found on Budgeting with a Ginger's Ko-fi, coffee, whatever you want to call it. I've decided I'm going to call it Ko-fi because that's the way my brain wants to do it. But man, this one got all the money. It heard about that new big challenge that we're trying to hit. So there we go. That's 12. This is 16. 17, 18, 19. So we're not too far from finishing this one right after we started. We probably should have made these 2, but then I'm worried that we won't finish enough in the month. And I like to see share multiple creators with you all. And the more we complete, the more I can do that. Okay, so we have a buyback 5 here, and this should be the 4 for 19. $19 is a fabulous start to the 2026 challenge. Will certainly help us put some more in there. All right. Up next, eating out, another one that is a non-negotiable for our minis. And this one is from my stash, and it comes from Rainy Day April. Each symbol is $2 according to previous Ashley. Post Ashley. Past Ashley made that decision, and that's okay. Okay, $2 per symbol. Let's do pancakes sound good today. Let's do pancakes. All right, pancakes are getting paid up Sunday for me, so I'm looking forward to maybe some pancakes. Maybe my husband will make me pancakes. We'll put this $1 in front to help us next week. And then our last category is self-care. We use this for haircuts and such. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and $8. Haircuts for the whole family, nails, those kinds of things. $8. Let's go ahead and trade this in for a 5. And this one also comes from Budgeting with a Ginger. I just found so many cute things on hers this week. I was doing a little Ko-fi shopping for the new year, and I couldn't help myself. So she's made an appearance twice in the mini binder. And I'm going to chat with you. How are y'all doing about the new year? You optimistic? I know it's going to be the year of the horse if you follow the Chinese zodiac, which we do in our house. I'm thinking of making a new challenge to put in the shop that's around the Chinese New Year, because that's what we follow the regular New Year as well. But we do celebrate the Chinese New Year. We're Buddhists, in our household. Don't know if I've ever shared that with you. And maybe you don't care. I think it's fun to share people's different beliefs, but we are Buddhists, and so while we do celebrate a lot of um, the typical things like Christmas, we celebrate it from sort of a non-religious standpoint, which makes it a little bit different. And we have the Chinese New Year to go along with the regular New Year, so we get to celebrate a little bit more in that regard. We like that. But I'm thinking about a Chinese zodiac challenge. I know I've seen a couple of those out and about in the coffee shops, so might want to join in on that. Okay, $8 going to budgeting with a ginger for self-care in my 2026 era. And that will wrap it up. Now, I didn't expect to complete anything. Everything is brand new in our very first week of minis for the month and very first minis of 2026. So that's very exciting. All right, so we've got these all in a new position. I don't know that it makes any difference, but it certainly feels fair. Put all 8 of these back to wait out their fate next week. All right, all 8 of those are done for this week. That will wrap it up for our Monday mini video. I hope you liked what you saw. Give me a like and a comment down below. Tell me how your New Year's celebration was. I'm hoping that your year is starting off. You know, it would be awesome. I would love to hear what your biggest goal is for 2026. I should have done that on my last video, but how about you shoot me a comment down below telling me what your biggest goal for 2026 is if you're willing to share. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Check out my memberships on the Ko-fi, and I will catch you in the next one, which will be our Tiny Tuesdays. Until